What's up, Met fans? Welcome back. Talking Mets and Rob. How's everybody doing? Before I get started talking about the long overdue of GIL Hodges finally being elected into the National Baseball Hall of Fame, don't forget, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit on that like button. If you enjoy all my contents, want to see more, want to get notified when I post my videos and when I go live, you guys know what to do. Hit on that subscribe button, everybody. Finally, that's all I have to say when it comes to GIL Hodges. And finally being elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Obviously, his number is retired by the New York Mets. But it's not just the Mets that are involved with GIL Hodges trying to get for so many years, 35 times on the ballot, trying to get into the Baseball Hall of Fame. The Dodgers, the Mets, everybody was trying to get GIL Hodges over the years into the Baseball Hall of Fame because it was deserving. It's an embarrassment to the Hall of Fame. It's an embarrassment to baseball not having one of the great players in baseball in our time, in baseball's lifetime, not being a part of the Baseball Hall of Fame. But yesterday was the day he finally got elected with a couple of others into the Baseball Hall of Fame. GIL Hodges obviously played for the Brooklyn Dodgers, and obviously when they went out west to LA, he played with the Dodgers for a few more years before ending his career with the New York Mets. He came up in 1947, which seems like a coincidence, but the same year that Jackie Robinson came up and broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball. That is a unique combination because Hodges and Robinson were close. Hodges was one of the ones that tried to be an influence to Jackie Robinson and instrumental to helping Jackie Robinson going through the scary nonsense and the racial aspect of being the first African American to break the segregation, basically color barrier. And that's what GIL Hodges was. He was a great guy. He was an influential person, not to Jackie Robinson, but many other players, and was a big part of the New York Mets in their inaugural season, being a part of the Mets as a player in 1962. Not only that, GIL Hodges was also the Mets manager for 4 years, from 68 to 71, guys. Obviously, was a big piece of the puzzle as the New York Mets manager in 1969, where they made that big run in the second half, late in the season, to win the division, get into the playoffs, win the World Series. Obviously, the Miracle Mets of 1969. GIL Hodges was the manager, along with a lot of great players. Kuzman, whose number was retired last year, and many other great Mets that were on that 1969 team that was led by none other than newly elected Hall of Famer GIL Hodges. Unfortunately, he passed away in 1973. That was really sad to know and to understand that everybody loved him. 1973, he passed away. But his wife still lives on, and she was still alive to get the news yesterday that her husband was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. That is a great thing to see, and I'm glad that she was alive to live that moment, and his family to live that moment for GIL Hodges, and it makes me happy as a Mets fan, because even though I was not around when GIL Hodges either played or managed, when you're a fan of a team, you love to know the history about your team. You want to educate yourself based on all the facts of your franchise. And I obviously know a lot about GIL Hodges. I did my research. With GIL Hodges being, at the end of his career, being one of the first all-stars, great baseball players to be in that inaugural season for the New York Mets. Obviously, he was well past his prime at 38 and 39 years old when he came to the Mets as a player. It was still a big name to draw fans to the stadium, to bring National League Baseball back to New York. Because the Dodgers left, the Giants left, all there was the New York Yankees of the American League. It was time to bring back the National League team, and that was the New York Mets with the blue and orange. Gil Hodges was one of the faces of the franchise because he was a big star back in his day. But the big thing was when he took over as Mets manager and kept on saying that this team was going to win. We're going to play hard. That was his motto. And as a New York Mets manager, took them to the promised land with their first World Series championship in 1969. Gil Hodges was an amazing guy, great manager, great player, not only for the Dodgers, but for our New York Mets. Congratulations to Gil Hodges, making the Baseball Hall of Fame, finally elected after 35 years of continuing losing out on being enshrined into the Baseball Hall of Fame. He finally gets that accolade, finally gets that beautiful plaque inside the museum. It's well deserved. It's an honor to do this video for another Met going into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Number 14, Gil Hodges in the Baseball Hall of Fame, guys. Once again, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit on that like button. If you enjoy my content, want to see more, want to get notified when I post my videos and when I go live, you guys know what to do. Hit on that subscribe button, everybody. Let me know in the comments how excited you are to see Gil Hodges being elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame after all these years. Let me know, guys. Really do appreciate all the support, guys. And as always, Mets fans, let's go Mets. Congratulations, Gil Hodges.